welcome back. Today I'm going to be setting up my 2024 reading journal, and I'm very excited because this is actually my most watched video on my channel for 2023. So I thought that I have to do my 2024 and I have to film it for you guys. So before I start, I want to talk about my reading journal here. This is not an Archer and Olive notebook. This is actually a notebook therapy journal. And this is the first time I'm actually using a notebook therapy journal. I got this from around Black Friday, which is when I usually buy my journals, and unfortunately Archer and Olive were out of all the A5 notebooks that I liked. So I have been wanting to try these for some time, but I never had the courage to, just because I was so comfortable with my Archer and Olive notebooks, and considering the fact that they are not cheap notebooks, I was scared to invest in something new. But this year I went ahead and did so, and so again, this is a notebook therapy bullet journal. It is an A5 size, and as you can see, it's pretty similar to what I'm used to. It lays flat, it has a velvet cover, and I really love the color and the little moon on this, so this is what I went for my 2024. So let's go ahead and get started. I did already go in and kind of sketch out what I want to do. This is something that I do in all of my journals. This helps me a lot, and I tend to flip back to this all the time so that I can know my spacings and all of that. So this is very helpful for me. This is a must-have on all of my journals. So that was quickly done, and I'm glad that I figured this out now before I actually started on my reading journal. I was starting to use the Stabilo pen because it's super fine, and as you can see, I had to kind of write in the numbers super small, and this smears, and I forgot that it does. So I'm not gonna be using this. I'm gonna be sticking to my Sharpie pen because it is Sharpie. It dries super fast and I don't have to worry about smearing. Like, as you can see, I got it on my pinky, accidentally smeared, but that's okay. So this page is done. Next up is going to be my cover. So I'm just gonna put 2024, and I'm gonna, I guess, be creative with the rest. I've already pre-cut these, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the spread. Okay, so I think I am pretty okay with how this ended. I feel like I got a little too crazy with the random stickers, especially this one. I feel like I wish I can get rid of this one, but it's already set and I don't want to ruin what I already have, so I think that's okay. These two are a bit random, but I don't know. I think I'm just being a little too harsh on myself. I think I really loved how this turned out. I was originally gonna do it across, but the way that these were placed, these little corners, I feel like it would look really good doing it this way. So this is my 2024 cover page. So on to the next one. This is going to be my bookshelf where I fill in the titles of all the books that I'm reading, and then I color code whether it's an audiobook, an ebook, or a physical book. And I did this on my previous journal. This is a straight copy off of Katie is Reading. Her channel is amazing, and I love her aesthetic in terms of her reading journal, so I had to include it in this reading journal as well. I really loved how the other one turned out for 2023, so I literally just copied the same thing down. So I'm gonna go ahead and outline every single thing with my Sharpie pen, color in some color like the brown bookshelves, the night behind the window, and then maybe put a couple leaves. And I do kind of have a key already in mind. That's gonna be right here in this corner. But let me go ahead and do the biggest task of all, which is outlining everything. Okay, so I am finally done with this. This has taken me forever. I think I probably took like 30 or 40 minutes just on this spread alone. Good thing is that I think this is the most tedious and it is now done. I was wondering if I should color the moon yellow. I did last time, but I think I like it white, so I'm gonna leave it like this for now. If I change my mind, I can always color it in. And I think this is going to be my key. I tend to read more audiobook, so I chose like the lightest color so that it won't stick out too much. I don't read as many ebooks, and that's the color that's gonna stick out the most, so I made a green my audiobook. And for physical, I picked this really pretty pink, so I think these three colors are gonna go very well at the very end once I start coloring everything in. I'm really happy with how this looks. Again, I mean, this is just a repeat. Next up, I'm going to do my reading goal spread. I kind of did not color in the boxes because I wanted to have the space to be creative, and I don't think I'm gonna fill these in because it is very time consuming. I can do that another time, but I'm going to go ahead and do the cover, the edges, and pick some stickers to go along with it. So this is my reading goal spread. I came up with a quick 5 goals. So first of all, I want to read 70 books. I want to finish more series because I do start them and I tend to not finish them. So I want to finish more series. I want to accept a DNF. A DNF, if you don't know, is a did not finish. I tend to want to finish books just because it feels uneasy to have a book unfinished. But if I'm not enjoying the book, then I definitely need to let go of it and accept it. So I do want to accept a DNF and not force myself to read a book completely through if I'm not enjoying it. I want to read more of my book of the month books. On my shelf, there are so many book of the month books that I have not read. I started back in 2017 and I have accumulated a lot of book of the months. And then last but not least, I needed a 5th. I felt uneasy having 4 reading goals, so I added a 5th, and that is to have fun. I don't want to force myself to read if I don't want to. My life is gonna change drastically this year, and so I want to make sure that I have fun while doing that. So yeah, the color scheme, I went from vintage to something completely different, and that is okay with me. I love the look of purple and gray, and I have this really cute sticker sheet, so of course I had to use it up. And look at this guy, he is so cute, so I just put him on there as well. So yeah, that is my reading goals, and I might fill it in with gray so the purple doesn't overwhelm, but for now this is good. And I did leave some space in case I need to draw any more boxes. Okay, so next up is going to be my monthly favorites. This should be a quick one because most of the spread is going to be taken up by book covers that I will print out. So this is just going to be my top favorite book of that month. All right, so here is my monthly favorites. Again, super simple. Everything is basically going to be book covers here. But I did have all this space left over, and because I started to go down, I figured I should go down here as well, and then just kind of put like a memo pad. Unfortunately, you can still see the glue streak, so hopefully that goes away. I don't know if I should trace over monthly favorites with anything. I think I'm gonna leave this like this for now, and I don't know what I'm gonna put here yet. Honestly, I might just put like the book titles, but because I had all this extra space, I figured it would be cute to put this, and that kind of led me to use these other random little stickers. And I think I'm going to preserve these maybe inside the journal. I don't know if there's a pocket. Yes, there's a pocket. I might preserve them in there, so whenever I start adding the book titles, I can start putting stickers over the titles, because here I didn't know whether they were going to be covered up by whatever I printed out. But so far, I really like this. Next, I'm going to do the book battle. Fairly simple as well. Most of the cover is going to be taken up by writing and these brackets, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick as well. So this is my final book battle spread. I've done this before. I did it on my 2023 as well, but basically the favorite book of the month is going to go within here in these boxes, and then at the end I kind of just pick the best out of these two, and then it kind of goes down to the final winner here. So because the spread is mostly taken up by the brackets, I decided to just use these random gemstones all around. And I thought it was cool because each month does have a gemstone represented, so I kind of thought that would be pretty cool. And then finally, I am going to do my A to Z. This is just a little fun thing that I do where I put letters A to Z and I start filling them out with titles of the books that I am currently reading. And my library card, I always do this. I do the issue and the return. And this time I'm only going to do one at a time, but I am going to save the next 2 pages for different library cards. So this is going to be the last 2 that I do for today. So let me go ahead and quickly get this done. I don't know what color scheme I want to go with, but I think I kind of want this to be more floral. Depending on what colors I use, I will decide what to do with this. Okay, so this is the last and final spread. I am so happy with how this turned out. I love the green, and having these two next to each other, I don't know, it just really popped out to me, and I really love this. So I'm so happy that my final spread, I was really happy with how it turned out. I think I'm gonna need more of these, but that's gonna be for another day. For now, that is all for this video. So before I do my final flip through, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below which spread was your favorite. So for now, let's go ahead and do the final walkthrough, and thank you guys so much for watching.